I don't know where we are. I think if this is ocean, then sure, but I don't think he's going to survive at all. Splat. Oh, okay, everything's just dark. Weekly challenge number 18, also known as Jool 5. We are going to try to do both of the primary and secondary goals of this challenge. The primary goal is to launch a single Kerbal mission that passes through the sphere of influence of all 5 of Jool's moons at least once before returning to Kerbin. The secondary goal is the same as the primary. We have to land a probe on each of Jool's moons, and the probes don't need to return at all. Thing is, with the primary goal, only one spacecraft may depart the Kerbin sphere of influence, but it can be built in the orbit of Kerbin. So what we're basically going to do is we're going to assemble a space station type of ship around Kerbin. Then we're going to depart from Kerbin to Jool, go into an orbit, and then we'll try to pass through each of the sphere of influence of each of the moons. Then at the same point, when we are in the sphere of influence, we will try to launch a probe. With that being said, let's go ahead and design a space station type ship that will take us to Jool. This is the JL5 MS Mark I, also known as the Jool 5 Mothership Mark I. It is stuck together with just a docking port, a large one, and this is just basically 2 ships that is back to back, stuck together. Trying to use as little as possible docking ports because, as we've seen before, they are very weak points, and this ship will go and shake itself apart if going too fast. Sitting around 18,232 meters a second, hopefully this will be enough to take us to Jool and pass each of the moon's sphere of influences and hopefully return safely back to Kerbin. There's only one way to find out, but that will be that. It does have some RCS, monopropellant, and not a lot of batteries and solar panels. It's got a nuclear engine down here. Basically it's just a hydrogen engine. And that will be, this is the whole ship. We have a return capsule at the top as well. Now let's go ahead and see if we cannot separate them and launch them separately into space and dock them around Kerbin. Right, let's see if this guy can go ahead and launch. We got a 1.1 thrust weight ratio, so it's going to be a slow start, but hopefully we will have enough delta V to get into a stable orbit. And yeah, let's go. 3, 2, 1, launch. Oh, that is quite a slow start. Wasting a lot of delta V just to go up. But we're doing it. And we are playing on a new patch, new update. This will hopefully... The sounds are weird though. Gotta say, very, very weird. And we are successfully in orbit. Let me go ahead and just say, please point to the prograde. Lovely. So this part will separate as soon as the other half will arrive. And we still have... I don't know how many. No, the engine has to come next. So we are golden in this... over here, in this situation. Now it is time to launch the other part. Let's go ahead and do that right now. And this is the bottom half of the mothership. Basically the same as before, but we have a few nose cones at the top, which will go at the same time over here on the stages. Let's see if we cannot get this guy to space. In 3, 2, 1, launch. Of many relaunches over and over and a couple of redesigns, we finally managed to get into orbit. And now we're over Kerbin. and the top half is behind us. So I'm gonna try and wait for these two to get closer, and then we'll see if we cannot merge the two, and then we should be golden and ready to go into deep space. Well, not really deep space, but we will be able to go to Jool. I hope. Let's go ahead and see if we cannot dock the two, and then we'll be off. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Connect. Come on. This has been very hard since I only have RCS back there. There we go, and... linkage failure. Now that we have achieved connection, we are going to try and get to Jool. And yeah, let me go ahead and try to plan something, and we'll be back as soon as we enter Jool. So far all systems are nominal. We are going to enter the sphere of influence of Jool, and we still have about 13,000 Delta V left in the tank, which is actually pretty good. Now that all remains is to get ourselves in a nice decent orbit, and then we'll work from the inside out to go to each moon and deploy a probe. And I welcome you all to Jool, one of the big planets that has a couple of moons on it, and that is the mission for today. The plan is to enlarge our orbit as soon as we reach Lathe. Then we'll increase our orbit to its size, and then we'll increase it again to go to Val, then to Tylo, to Bob, and then finally to Paul, and then increase our orbit again, get our inclination correct with Jool, and then head back to Kerbal. So let's see if we cannot get through the first sphere of influence from Lathe. Quick save, decouple. And a swap over to it, and all of them are blocked. Great job. And I take it we cannot deploy these. Yep, they are blocked. Due to some bad planning, I don't think we are going to do the secondary stage of the challenge. We are just going to try to do the primary to go through each of the sphere of influence changes of all the moons. We're just going to leave the probes in orbit around each planet. Unfortunately, there's not enough fuel for them, and for some strange bug, as we can see, everything is just blocked. So let's go to the next moon, shall we? And next up is Val, that is going to show its friendly face and greet us with a very weird orbit. Let's quickly take a look how Val looks like. I don't think we're going to see it because of reasons. Yep, there's Val right below us. Oh well. Now it was Val. Next up is Tylo. And Tylo is greeting us with a big rocky smile to its face, and thanks to the weird sphere of influence, we are able to go into a very high orbit. It will slingshot us to a higher orbit, which will make the Bob encounter a little bit easier. And sometimes you get mixed up with moons and say Bob, it's actually Tylo. Say hello to Tylo over there. So we have checklisted Tylo, Val, and Lathe. Next up is Bob. Bob, Bob. I could just imagine Rowan Atkinson saying that. Bob. Let's say hello to Bob. Where is he? Right over there. Which is a very odd planet. Well, celestial body, I would say. Yeah, it's Bob. And it's odd. Bob is odd. Where are you? Hello. Ah, there we go. It's so swamp looking. Well, I don't really know, but it looks cool. one day, when this game is in a proper state, we shall visit these guys again sometime in the future. With that being said, let's see if we cannot make it back home. And we made it back to the sphere of influence change of Kerbal. And how far are we from the 30,000 meters? That's about 30 kilometers, which is pretty good. This is very majestic and everything, but we've failed to include something very, very important. Well, I did. There is no way for me to detach from the aircraft at all, or the space plane, or the spacecraft. Because, yeah, this is all one piece. There's no way for me to survive. There might be a chance. There might be a slim chance for us to survive. I don't know if I'm gonna get this right, but there is a way. I know there is a way. Just wait for our speeds to drop. With a beautiful sunrise and whatnot. We are going to get Bill to jump out. He's probably getting very nauseous. Okay, Bill. Hope you're ready, my dude. Oh man, this is all up to you now. Okay, here we go. Jump out. And you don't have... Let go? Do you not have a parachute? Why don't you have a parachute? Well, this is majestic. Look at his face. He knows what's coming. Man, I thought these things had a parachute. I don't know where we are. I think if this is ocean, then sure, but I don't think he's gonna survive at all. Splat. Oh, okay, everything's just dark. What? Holy crap, he survived. It was in the ocean. Damn, Bill. You are one lucky bastard. Wow, okay, that was amazing. That was damn lucky. We've succeeded. We've brought her back safely. Yes. He is very happy he's floating even. Well, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for joining me here on Kerbal Space Program 2. Hope you guys did enjoy today's challenge. See you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.